Hello, and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host, Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests represent the Gainesville Community Band, celebrating their 50-year anniversary, sharing history, community involvement, performance schedule, and how we can help support the Gainesville Community Band, the official band of Gainesville. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I am delighted to introduce my guests and longtime friends from the Gainesville Community Band, R. Gary Lankford, musical director and conductor, and Susan Spain, clarinetist and treasurer. And the Gainesville Community Band would never be the same without these two wonderful people. And so it's an honor to have you both here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It's fantastic that we get a chance to talk about the Gainesville Community Band.
Yes,
absolutely.
And so appropriate, Gary. Thanks for wearing your gold ensemble. I was there for the 50th anniversary concert in May. First of all, congratulations for 50 years. That is a milestone.
Absolutely.
And the concert was extraordinary. And you were both, of course, up there. You conducting, you on clarinet. And it was just a wonderful time to relive the history of this wonderful part of our community, premier
Absolutely.
Band of North Central Florida. Yeah. That's what you are. And so I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, the 50th is gold.
That's right. That's so it's golden.
I have shoes.
Shoes. I loved it. I was right up front taking pictures.
Yes, you were.
I know.
That's right. You were right with us every step of the way.
I loved it. And I love my memories of being moderator with the band at one point. For many years, it meant quite a bit, and still does to me.
You have more history with the band than I do.
Oh, goodness, no.
As far back as when you
That's right.
when you were the moderator, the announcer. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Announced, the pieces when wonderful Dick Horde.
Yes, absolutely.
Was music director and conductor, and he gave me that opportunity. So I learned a lot, and I loved going to the rehearsals and preparing. It's something that to me is a very, very important memory and has bonded me to the band. And of course, Susan, young as she is, was there at the beginning.
Absolutely.
I know. So kind of get us into how that happened. How do we have a Gainesville Community Band?
It was formed to give musicians the opportunity to have a venue to perform in. So many of us played in high school, maybe played in college, and then what? you know?
Right.
And so a band and an ensemble like that is kind of hard to find. So that's why it was formed. That's why it was formed.
Love knowing that, to give everyone the opportunity.
And of course the
And you're still doing
community
that.
Absolutely.
benefits from it because then they get to hear this
Yes.
wonderful music.
And just to say, because you are all volunteer,
True.
a nonprofit, and there are not, all of your concerts are free and open to the entire community. Of course, donations always appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you got to keep it going. But still, you are a gift to the community. And thinking back, so that was 1974 when it was kicked off. You had history says, about 11 members. That was a small band.
It was. Well, when I
But now
joined-
it's got about 80 members.
Well, when I joined, I think it might have been 15.
Okay, it gone
Yeah.
risen.
Yeah, it might have been. I mean, how do you know to join the Gainesville Community Band? Well, my husband and I had a construction company, and one of our customers played the trumpet in the band. And he says, "Why don't you come to practice?" And there I came. And when I got there were 4 clarinetists. One was Charlie Allen, who is still our
Still
there.
soloist, right?
Absolutely.
Still our soloist. And then one of the original members, Joyce Knox, who was a media specialist. I think a lot of the first members were in the school system.
Right,
And that's
where
how
they
they knew each
had to-
other. And I hadn't played in a decade, and boy, was that eye-opening.
Hey, well, you
Through time,
you
I-
proved yourself. You're
I
still
have,
there.
yes.
And may I say, and I did acknowledge your treasurer still, and thank you. The band thanks you.
Absolutely.
And you did receive a medal, and you were because during that concert you acknowledged everyone decade by decade who had been a part
Exactly.
of the band, and you did receive that acknowledgement. I have that picture too.
Well, I thought what was so fabulous were the 2 oldest members were in the clarinet section. Don't you think that was
I think it's
totally
A plus. A
that
plus.
was a high point of the concert?
I agree. And we're going to take just a quick break and come back. Lots more conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Gainesville Community Band with Gary Langford and Susan Spain. And I love learning more about this history, the start 50 years ago, the how and the why. But then in 1978, there was another important part of the Gainesville Community Band that moved you up a notch. What happened?
This was only 4 years after the band had gotten together. And the city commission passed a resolution that said that the Gainesville Community Band would be the official band of the city of Gainesville, hence the title.
I like it.
So-
And it fits. It's
Absolutely.
perfect.
It's not
Yes.
the Well, yeah, it fits
Yeah.
perfectly.
At the 50th, there was our mayor, Harvey Ward,
Yes.
with his proclamation, which was so fitting after all these years. But more than that, what the word says, community band, you are a part of this community. Well, obviously, the band members, and as moderator, we always talked about that you're our neighbors, that you're band members, but in your daily life, professional, you could be any realm of
Absolutely.
person that's part of this community. But so there's that element, and then you have done many fine things within this community. So kind of fill us in.
You first, Susan.
Okay, take it away, Susan. You've done dedications.
Well, we've done dedications. We've just we've been innovative in trying to bring music to people.
Right.
We've given away clarinets. We've given away trumpets
that's
to
right.
encourage young people to become
Study the
musicians
instruments,
and
right.
to enjoy it into their later years, like me.
Right, definitely.
So it's not only to much later years. It's not only to it's to bring music to the community. It's to show everyone how important it can be in our lives, especially if it becomes a lifelong passion, like it has been
Exactly.
for me, and it
Yes,
has been
and
for Gary.
And also the difference music makes, whether you're the one making the music or hearing the music. Well, as you say, music is the universal language, and it's important to keep it going. It's a sense of communication.
It's a gift that, I've always said this, it's a gift that we give to each other and we give to our audiences, and it's a gift that needs to be out there a lot more in these times.
Oh,
Because
yes,
back in the
definitely.
day, there were more community bands, there were more concerts in the parks, there were more of this, that, and
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
And it's at these
There's
dedications and events that the band has played for 50 years, it brings the music to the group that we're playing for,
Yes, that you're
they
honoring.
would not hear. And let's face it, unless you are in the band world or in high school or middle school, you do not hear band music
That's true.
anymore.
You know.
Hadn't thought of that, Gary. To
You don't
bring
hear it
to
on
my
TV,
attention.
you don't hear it on
Right.
radio or wherever. And so we have to keep the torch burning.
You do.
And there's a tremendous amount of music, and when people come to the concerts, they always enjoy them, and that's one of our major things, is to have music that the people enjoy.
Yes.
Not necessarily a piece of music that only 5 people can enjoy.
but
and-
across the board.
Right.
And I think, I mean, that you showcase that in the 50th and at every concert. I've been to many of your concerts, and I know we're going to run out of time, but I just want to say Walt Disney World. Right, you were the first band to be invited, or
The
first community band to be
adult
invited.
community band to be invited, which is quite an honor.
Exactly.
And we played there, I think, 3 times.
Oh,
It's
4 times.
4
I
times. Was
think.
it 4 times? Well,
Yes, and of course our wonderful Dick Horde had a special fondness for Disney.
Disney World.
So you
Yes.
always incorporated that music, but still to be invited by Walt Disney World, you know,
That's an
is a huge honor.
and to represent our community there is,
yes, you were right.
it's fabulous.
And when we talk about those dedications back to so many, you know, buildings and organizations and nonprofits, and of course, we're not going to get to this, so we'll have to talk about this in the next segment. But Fanfares and Fireworks, the annual July 3rd WUFT TV FN honor of our country.
Yes.
The band is the center point, was and still is. So we're going to take a quick break and come back to discuss that.
Okay. Fine.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the Gainesville Community Band with Gary Langford and Susan Spain. And we were just discussing fanfares and fireworks. And every July 3rd, the eve of Independence Day, the band is there in the heat,
Yes.
waiting a long time, playing the spirited patriotic music all the way through the fireworks.
Exactly. It's one of our favorite concerts. And of course, it's the only concert that has like thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Oh, I know. It's a thrill.
But the most important thing is to honor our veterans,
I agree.
which are not being honored quite how they
As
should
they should be.
these days. But yes, because I'm a veteran myself, and that concert, and then the one we do at First Pres on Veterans Day, to honor those veterans. And every year there's fewer and fewer
Actual
veterans,
veterans,
that are
yes.
standing up. And so, and they are so, it's so intense for them. It's like when I went with the band to the 80th celebration of D-Day,
Oh my gosh, yes.
and you standing in
I remember
Normandy,
when you did that, yes.
it's just like,
What an honor.
and so many people have no connection to that because it's so far
I know,
away. Yeah.
but really it's not when you look at all of history. But I can still remember when you would announce, or I would get to announce, each of the service songs and ask that those who in the armed forces would stand when they heard their service song.
Absolutely.
And the pride of people. And you're right, so many people, I'm going back years, would be standing, and that has dwindled. But the band keeps playing, and you're dedicated to doing that. You are the center point, as I was saying before, of the fanfares and fireworks.
Absolutely.
And I just, applaud the band every year. I mean, Susan knows what it's like, all of that music. Although you said you've memorized the Stars and Stripes now, so you can get a glance at the fireworks.
I know, so many people said, you missed the fireworks. I said, no, I have been playing these marches for
Several years.
a couple years.
Right, a couple of years.
I can watch the fireworks and still keep on going my little fingers on that clarinet.
Of course, Gary's the one out there leading you through the paces at every one of these concerts. And you have an enormously, you're a talent, musically talented. What's your instrument?
Trumpet.
Yes. And you had the trumpet at the 50th, but you have been a professor of music for 40 years, conductor of Alachua County Youth Orchestra. I would like to go on, but still, Susan and I have said, you make such a difference to this band and bringing music to this community, right, Susan?
He certainly does. When he walks on stage, you know when he's entered, because you can feel it in the audience.
Palpable. Yes, I know
You
that.
can feel it in the audience. And I will never forget one concert. We had played some number, and the audience comes to listen to the music, and it's good.
Right.
But they love Gary. Not only is he a wonderful conductor and leader, he is funny.
He is.
He is
I know.
funny.
He
And so
makes
the
it
band is sitting
enjoyable.
there is, what is he going to come up with next?
Like
And-
they didn't know a gold jacket was coming.
Oh, I know it. He walks in on that, and we all look. And, I'm like,
And gold
"Whoa."
shoes.
Exactly. I will never forget one concert. We had played something, and he made some comment after the selection, and some woman up in the balcony yelled, "I love you, Gary!" And I'm thinking,
It's
of course you
perfect.
do.
That was
Not
my
to
mom.
mention
So do
all
we.
those rehearsals every Thursday night, 7
Right.
to 9, and then you're talking about a full schedule of a year's worth of concerts. So you have to have themes, you have to have the music, you have to
Right.
organize it so that the band members can come and know what they're doing.
Exactly.
It takes
exactly.
a dedication, a lot.
Yeah. Well, the first concert, and then the second concert is veterans at First Pres, and then there's a Christmas concert.
Right.
And then in the spring, there's always a Mother's Day concert and the St. Patrick's Day concert,
Right.
besides other concerts.
You can, yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take another quick break and then talk more about your year's worth of performances. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about the Gainesville Community Band. And Gary and Susan, coming up soon will be your first concert of the year, Sunday, September 14th, 3 p.m., Santa Fe College Fine Arts Hall. What are we going to hear if we're in? As I sit in my seat, what do I expect?
Well, the title of that concert is Pop and Rock Through the Years. So this is like a rabbit hole because how many groups are out there, blah, 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 blah. But so I had to pick things that there were arrangements available.
Right, right.
But Elvis, Bill Haley, Queen,
Whoa.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, this is great.
And some other groups and tunes, like there's one medley that is, first tune is Louie Louie.
Oh,
Second tune is the lady with the blue dress on.
oh, I like all of these.
And then the third one is either Can't Get No Satisfaction or something like that. So it's tunes that everyone knows.
And can relate to.
Absolutely.
We can sing silently in the audience unless the person next to you says you're a little too loud, Ilene.
You can, and if you want to come up on stage,
Oh, I'll take you.
any of those, absolutely.
Okay. All right, I'm going to remember that, right, Susan? And so as the band gets together to kick off another year, the 51st, what does all this mean, being part of this band for so long?
Well, it's really hard to put into words. First of all, just listening to what we're going to play makes me want to tune up that reed and
I know. Get into it.
Get into it again. But what it does, it brings back so many memories of all the years we've been together. And I think Claudia Brill, who plays the flute,
Good
said
friend.
it best when she says we're family. And we are. We not only love music, we love each other, we care about each other. And
Good
we go
times and
through the
bad.
good times with each other and the ones that are not so good. And it's wonderful to be a part of a group like that. It really is.
And the music is all wrapped up in as part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The music you share as a family of the band,
Mm-hmm.
and as you're sharing with us, the community, as a real treasure of this community. You know, if you think about it, there's probably many communities that do not have an adult community band. So all these 50 years, this is a privilege for us. So how can this community benefit the band? I mean, you're all volunteer. You do not charge for a performance. Where do we come in?
Well, there's many ways that you can help the band. If you come to one of our concerts, there's a little box, and you can bring some cash. Just put something in
Donate.
there.
Perfect.
Our goal well, my goal as treasurer
Yes.
That's
is
true. Ask the right person there.
is to have enough money dropped in there. We pay for the cost of the venue because it is
Yeah,
expensive.
I know. That's what I'm always
You
thinking.
can drop in cash. You can put in a check. On our program, it gives you a link to PayPal where you
Okay,
can make
perfect.
a direct deposit into our bank account. And through the years of being treasurer, which is
Over 45.
over
Yes,
45, if someone who gives donations to the band and has supported us thinks we don't know who they are wrong. We remember
We've got
their
your
name.
list.
There are people that have been
With you.
patrons for years and years and years, and when they drop off the list, we know something sad has happened because they're not in our audience anymore.
Another of that family
And they have become our
relationship.
family too. It is greatly
Certainly.
appreciated, and we do know who you are, and we do love you, and we do appreciate you.
And that, well said. And you invite more people to be a part of that. Now we're almost out of time. Thank you, Susan and Gary. Any last words, Gary?
It's about the music. The music is the gift that we give to each other, and it's a gift that keeps on giving. I mean,
That is true.
just whatever it is, whether it's holiday stuff or whether it's whatever it is.
Whatever it is the gift. And I thank you, Gary and Susan, and all of the Gainesville Community Band for 50 years and going plus for the gift of music to this community.
You're most welcome.
We appreciate you. And I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope I will see you at a Gainesville Community Band concert. Take care.